2021, there are two dramas with similar names that were broadcasted only a few weeks apart. The first one is the Long Ballad, called 长歌行 in Chinese. And the second one is Court Lady, called 离歌行. As you can see, they both use 歌行 as the last two words in the three-word long Chinese titles. The word 歌 means song in Chinese. The word 行 means travel or journey when it's used as a noun, but it can also mean very competent and capable when it's used as an adverb. If both of these dramas are called capable, then which one is more capable? The Long Ballad's production company responded by making a joke out of this situation. It claimed its drama as a better one by using the hashtag "sing sing 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 sing" in its advertisement. With 6 characters, do you get the joke? Maybe it's by coincidence that the broadcasting time of these two dramas overlapped. But Court Lady actually went through a few iterations of titles before settling on the current version. So they actually had a chance to be unique and different. Even with rough English translations, we have a very fascinating and diverse list of titles. There is The Tiger That Doesn't Go Down the Mountain, Prosperous Tang Dynasty Survival Guide, A Guidebook on How to Train Your Husband, and The Journey of a Tang Dynasty's Daughter. Instead of giving one of these cool titles, the production company ended up using 离歌行, where 离 means black horse. The word 离 is composed of the word horse and the word beauty. Why did they choose this as the final title when the other ones are so much more interesting and provide a lot more context for the storyline? And they would not run heads-on with the Long Ballad's Chinese title. Well, if two dramas sharing similar titles isn't enough fun, another drama that's still in production right now, Song of the Moon, is also joining in by naming itself as 月歌行, where 月 means moon. There's a pattern of using similar words in the Chinese historical drama titles. Many of them share similar style or wording when naming their titles in Chinese. They often change the titles a few times before finally being broadcasted. When we look at the 3-word long titles for Chinese historical drama, it's quite fascinating that many of them have one of the following 4 words as the last word in the title. Xing, as we said before, means travel and journey. Zhuan means biography, story, and legend. Ling means poetic tune and law decree. And Fu means ode and endowment. So, why are there so many drama titles that are becoming more similar and maybe a bit difficult to tell apart? One likely reason is that the new dramas want to leverage the success and recognition of previous dramas. They're using the similarity of titles to appeal to a similar audience group. For example, after the huge success of Empresses in the Palace, also known as 甄嬛传 in 2011, many dramas that have a storyline also centered around a strong female lead begin to follow a similar naming trend. The drama titles combine the main female character's name and add the word 传 to the very end, so it becomes main female character's biography. There are 2 sister dramas that follow Empresses in the Palace. I will explain sister dramas more in depth in a future video. But it's basically 2 dramas that are in the same genre, share similar feels and attract similar audiences. All 3 of them share a similar focus of the female lead finding her love in the palace and navigating power struggles in the courts. The first one is the 2015 legend of Mi Yue, called Mi Yue Zhuan. While it didn't receive a high rating and is the least popular of the 3 dramas, it did receive initial high volume of views when it was first broadcasted. The second one is the 2018 Ruyi's Royal Love in the Palace, called Ruyi Zhuan. It is rated higher than Legend of Mi Yue and attracted more audiences, most likely due to the fact that this was by the same writer as the Empresses in the Palace. But being broadcasted almost 7 years apart, The similarity of titles might have helped the audience to recognize a new drama and give it a try. Another example is the 2017 drama Princess Agents. It changed from 特工王妃, which translates to Princess Special Agents, to 楚乔传. And, you guessed it, Chu is the main female character's name. It's interesting that the corresponding English titles are more detailed and different than the 3-word long Chinese titles. While the word 传 has been widely used for dramas with strong female characters, the word 传 itself does not have any gender connotation. 传 means biography, story, or legend, like it's used in one of the 4 Chinese great classical novels, Water Margin, called 水浒传 from the Song Dynasty. These 3-word long titles do not provide a lot of context of the storyline to me, especially most of the dramas are not based on true historical facts and characters. Are producers choosing these titles only because they're very recognizable from previous dramas? Perhaps. Word of Honor, also known as Shan He Ling, was broadcasted earlier in 2021. This drama initially used the book series title 天涯客, which means Faraway Wanderers. But perhaps seeing the success of the 2019 drama The Untamed, which also tells a story of brotherhood and shows cool martial arts in it, the producers choose to use the title of the second book in the series instead, which is Shan He Ling, meaning Mountain and River Tune. Word of Honor turned out to be quite successful, especially given that it's a relatively low-budget film. It has achieved a higher rating on Douban, a popular Chinese review website, than The Untamed. Maybe it has the recognition of The Untamed to thank, but I personally think it stands in its own rights. Another reason that these drama titles changed to using these words is because they needed to make it easier to pass censorship rules by the Chinese government. There are sensitive words that have certain connotations and would be considered as promoting deceiving types or treacherous behaviors by the Chinese regulations. With the popularity of imperial courts' power battles in recent years, there's a concern that these types of thinking are slowly infused into and carried over into the real life, and that can be seen by the Chinese regulators as not healthy for society. So, any mentions and hints of power struggles, plotting, deceits, betrayals, and the like in Chinese historical drama marketing are a big no-no, especially if they want to pass the censorship regulations without troubles. Many historical dramas have removed any mentions of king, queen, emperor, concubine, and power in their titles to make this easier. The drama, of course, still can have all these elements of plotting, deceits, and betrayals in the storyline. This is especially true for the last commonly used word, fu, which means ode and endowment. One hypothesis is that this word is more frequently used for replacing power-related theme words, is that the word fu is composed of the word wu in it, and the word wu is associated to martial arts and military as a noun, and fierce as an adjective. The Qing Dynasty epic from 2020 was originally named under the Qing Dynasty Kingdom Sky. It's a fourth and final installation of the Qing Dynasty Kingdom series. Instead of following the similar naming conventions as before, it decided to switch to Da Qing Fu to take out the word kingdom, so the new name is just Qing Dynasty Ode. Another well-known drama that switched its title is The Rebel Princess that was broadcasted earlier in 2021. It stars Zhang Ziyi, an internationally known movie star, and this is her first ever TV drama. She starred in classics like Memoirs of a Geisha, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and House of Flying Daggers. The original drama title is called Di Feng Ye, meaning monarch and phoenix profession. To remove the sensitive words, it changed the titles a few times before broadcasting as Shang Yang Fu. A rough translation would be upward and brightness ode. There's no hint of power struggles in this new title, and it actually sounds optimistic and uplifting. The trend of using 3-word long titles with one of the 4 words listed will likely continue, especially with a few upcoming dramas to also follow this trend. There are The Golden Hairpin, 青簪行, and Immortality, 好一行, that are expected to be released later in 2021. Can you guess what the storyline of these dramas will be? Who knows how long this trend will last before the next wave of naming drama titles convention take off. Hope you liked this video. Comment below on your theories on this and other dramas that I have missed. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, bye!